Brodes Media.
CBP was a damn party. Those games are incredible. Those games are fun as hell. People should be going streaking in the streets of Philadelphia, hell, and South Jersey, too. Those games are electric. I don't know how else to put it. You put up 13, you're getting a grand salami from your boy Schwarbs after he hit a 2-run bomb that would have went to the 1,000th deck. That was out of this planet. Did you see that? How? In what world? I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't see it. I don't get it. I don't understand how he can possibly consistently step up to the dish and do anything with any pitch that is thrown his way. It's gross. Bryce, early on. Hey, JT. That's the way to get on in the 6th. I don't know. I don't get paid enough money to assess it in the detail. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have the information. I don't have the answers. But wow, what an inning. I've never seen anything like it. And I thought, Jesus Luzardo isn't crisp. Did fine. Helps when your offense is exploding. And yes, this is what comes with the territory. You have the crazy, absurd efforts, and then you have the offense that wins a game one rip until the 8th inning. You get a solo shot by who? Oh, Kyle Schwarber. And then you're golden from there. The wild inconsistencies is what stops us from being all in. But when you fall on a night where it's that ludicrous and it's that jumping, and every single person, when you see it on TV, they're enjoying the hell out of themselves. And every at-bat feels big. You're talking in Mundo Sosa and Weston Wilson. By the way, fuck me. I didn't even say Bader yet, did I? Did I say Bader? I don't know. I should have. I should have led the show off with Bader. What have I been saying? Looks like he really wants to make an impact. It feels like he's almost trying too hard. He got one. That's what he was looking for. That's why you saw him round the bases, looking up to the sky, had both of his hands out. And it's funny because, of course, my mentions were getting blown up. I thought you called him Well, in the grand scheme of things, let's utilize Duran as an example, right? That is an A+. Bader was a Major League Baseball player, but I wanted a bat that would feel as massive as Duran. Bader is better than anybody else rostered in the outfield. Bader is an everyday Major League player. He is a major leaguer. I made that very clear, but I wanted it to feel as large as Duran. There is a big separation between what both of them bring with their respected crafts. I didn't hate the idea of Bader, but you needed more than Bader. With that said, that's how I felt at the initial time, but I'm not going to fight a stupid fight every time the guy succeeds. There's nothing more I want than to see them take this back half and this August push and the September as well, with Aaron Nola returning whenever the Bohm stuff pops back up. And by the way, crazy that they mishandled the Alec Bohm injury the way that they did. It's clearly significant. It's clearly a big deal. We just kind of forgot, and poof, he evaporated into thin air. But Alec Bohm is supposed to be a crucial part to the team winning. And before the All-Star break, they felt something. They didn't see anything when they went to the tests. And then here he comes out of the second half, and it was not available. Can't get in the lineup. Can't put my uniform on. Can't get dirty. That's crazy. So shame on you for taking the path that you did, Phils. Because this thing is lingering. But where was I with that? With just the idea of the team and who they are, right? I was listening to the afternoon show, and you know I'm a big fan and big supporter of what they do. And Ike and Spike today brought up the idea of opening up your heart and allowing for it to get broken if it does so happen to go that way. But it's time as fans to invest. We are aware of the flaws. We know who they are. It's been a while now. We get it. But are you willing to say, all right, all aboard, get on the train. This is what we do. It's part of why we're nuts. It's part of the passion. Dive head first. And I can't agree more. I've spent countless hours in countless shows doing nothing but screaming, doing nothing but being pissed off, doing nothing but being an angry son of a bitch. Rightfully so. But they can show when it is their night. And when they do rake, there's nobody stopping this offense. What we need is it to be more than just Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper, right? Well, what if I found out there is a way to do this? What if, and work with me here, I'm starting to convince myself there's a chance. Hey, surprise, surprise, the douchebag is ready to rock with his emotions to see how this thing goes in the second half. Well, I apologize. Sorry, it's just the way I operate. If it's someone new every night, if you're looking for a third star on each and every night, not including the pitching staff, more along the lines of everyday players. Well, if it's Nick on that night, then you got those three guys. Because Kyle and Bryce continuously roll. And they continuously sort of set the tone and allow this to have a foundation. Now, where do we get the addition? Maybe it's Nick on one night. Maybe it's Stott on another night. Maybe it's Bader on a certain night. Maybe it's Trey. It only needs to be one. So if others are inconsistent and they're not as flashy and not as effective on a night-to-night basis every single game, it just needs to be someone's night in addition to the Bryce and Kyle thing. Because offensively, these two men, they are on a tear. They are doing things that don't make sense. It is ridiculous. I don't even think Bryce Harper is getting the love and appreciation he deserves for what went down in the earlier stages of this game here. And then, of course, Kyle with his first nuke, because there were multiple of them, obviously. To close my thought on the whole Ike and Spike ordeal, I feel I am right there with them. I totally 1,000% co-sign. Let's open up our hearts and see where it takes us. Now, the thing is, this is how you know they're flawed, and I'm doing it already, and I shouldn't be doing it already, but I'm obviously going to find ways to justify all the negativity and how much I have questioned them over the year. If you're having a show that I actually approve of the design and think that it's an interesting show, approve of the design, what the hell is that? Like, I'm their boss? No, but I'm just saying, if I'm looking at all the hosts throughout the day and their respected topics, I really think this one is interesting. But once you talk about, well, if we get hurt, it's okay. If we get hurt, then that's what we do as fans. Aren't you subconsciously admitting that this is most likely going to fail, but we're supposed to be irrational and we're supposed to have knee-jerk reactions to our emotions throughout a postseason with a team that is obviously a good team. It's just they are clearly lacking certain details of the game. On those nights, it's rough and it's ugly. But on the nights where it all clicks and everything aligns, you're a juggernaut. You know that. It's most likely headed in a upsetting direction. But let's just go with the flow here. Let's just take it for a ride. And I agree. I agree. And that's hard for me to admit because deep down in my bone marrow, I think you all understand where I'm at, how broken I am, how fundamentally broken I think this team is at times. But then you see 13-3, you see what they're able to do to rip the cover off the ball consistently, and if it's a nice night and it's a relaxing summer night and the wind is blowing a certain way as we roll into fall, and then you got to worry about that aspect with the turtlenecks. Always a classy look. I love the long red turtleneck under a white and red pinstripe J. I think that's sex. I think that's unbelievable sex. I love it, and I want to see it. And I'm picturing right now Bryce Harper at first base with a gross backhand and then jogs over to first for the third out of the inning, and CBP is going ballistic, bonkers. People are losing their mouths, their voices, their body parts. Ligaments are being thrown all around the stadium because there's a grand slam, because there's a monster 3-run blast, and Bryce Harper has the second swing of his life. Maybe it's Trey Turner finally having a home run in front of his own fans. Okay, maybe it's CBP losing electricity because not a Duran show that takes 75,000 different plugs for the lights, but it's because Trey Turner sends one off the scoreboard that almost leaves the damn stadium to left field for his first ding-dong of the year. And it happens in the postseason in the 9th when it's a one-run game. Oh! Oh! Oh!